Hey, welcome to Suburban Outdoorsman with Kevin and Sean. And today we're doing the follow-up video from the podcast about everyday carry. So we're going to look at our everyday carry gear.
Absolutely.
So I think let's start looking at what we have, like we talked about in the show, what we carry on our person every day.
Ideally, 100% of the time.
Yeah.
I know I made that statement, and then I got a little bit of flack from it from my wife.
Well, and that's because again, you made the comment that you carry your wallet with you every day. And I've been with you when you, oh man, I forgot my wallet. And, well, yeah, go ahead and show us your wallet.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. All right, so.
Yes, I would have a wallet right here. However,
it's not there at the moment.
It's not here at the moment.
But, again, like we talked about in the podcast.
Okay, making sure.
Part of everyday carry is stuff you carry on your person as well. Things that you may use in a normal everyday situation.
Yeah.
Things could come up, may not. So, I've got my wallet. And then let's look at what have you got that you carry normally with you?
Normally, okay, let's go with the 85% of the time. I'll carry these with me.
Oh, which is what?
So my pocket knife, I have one of like 3 that I'll carry.
Yeah.
It's a small folding knife. And this, which I talked about on the podcast about wanting an upgraded version, this one gets kind of stiff, but it's just a multi-tool. I like this one.
Yeah.
I bite my fingernails, so sometimes I'll have a hard time getting some tools out of some.
Yeah, that one's a little bit harder.
But with this one, I can usually get one out, and then they all follow.
Yeah.
But I like to carry this with me. I do use it a lot.
So I'll show. I've got mine. Mine's a knife too. Just because it's a little bit bigger.
Mine has to.
But see, I like because I've also find there's lots of situations where I'm doing something with one hand and I need the knife blade. So I like the quick open ones that I can do one-handed.
Well, and I've got another knife that I can open up a little bit easier. It's got a little knob on it. This one is not great for one-handed.
Yeah. I like this multi-tool. I know we were talking about this the other day. It's big as far as comparison, as far as how deep in your pocket it goes.
Yeah.
But I like it.
Personally, I wouldn't want to carry that around.
Yeah.
Because I don't like
I like
that
this,
style.
though, because I can pop it out. And again,
everybody looks at you when you're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine.
So, like Sean mentioned, the difference with this is the way these fit down here inside the tool. You got to have a little bit of a fingernail, but it's got the typical tools: knife, file,
Don't bite your fingernails, kids.
Yeah. Then you can't open your multi-tools. Can opener. But the thing I liked about this one, now it's got a little pocket here where you can fit the bit in there, and it comes with more bits, which we'll look at when we go through the bag. But so you've got the tip for a screwdriver, and you can use either straight blade or flathead or Phillips. But it ratchets too, and it adjusts. That's really cool.
That's a cool function,
I really like that. That's one of the things. We both also have fixed blade knives.
Right. And I don't carry this with me every day, but I do carry it when I'm in the woods, ideally.
Yeah.
Like I said, I had pried with this before.
Sturdy.
And there is a bit of a knock in the blade, so I need to take this somewhere and get it professionally honed.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It's always a full tang blade.
Yeah.
Again, it may not be the best steel, may not be the best metal, the best edge, all that, but I do generally only get a full tang for a fixed blade.
I like this one. Did we use this for the deer last year?
No, we
I don't
did
think
not.
so.
I
like this one. This one, this is a buck knife, and it's fancy.
Yeah.
This looks like a Dexter knife.
Yeah. And they've been around a while, so they've obviously stood the
this is
the
a good knife. I mean, it's got a nice sharp edge on it. It feels great. It's weighted real well.
Yeah.
I really need to learn how to flip this knife around. Because this is a well-weighted knife for that.
That is something that you should be investing some time in daily.
Of course.
And then I also have a lighter, and this is a torch-style lighter.
That one that we spoke about, that is a little heavy.
A little bit heavy. And it's got, just for backup, just in case, it's got another knife blade on it. And then, of course, the bottle opener and corkscrew, like we talked about on the video. I mean, on the podcast. And then the only other thing I've got is the watch. Or this is not the watch, this is the paracord bracelet. But the paracord bracelet with the ferrous rod and steel, this also has a little bit of a blade on it. Because you can never have too many knife blades. And a compass. So these are the items that would generally make up on my person everyday carry.
And besides, like I mentioned, the watch does have a certain function as a
but again, it's still something you have with you every day.
Again,
it's not necessarily an outdoor survival thing, but it's still an everyday thing. And I did find, even while we were camping, I liked having the watch, because even though I had no signal and I couldn't use any of the other functions on it, I still liked the fact of being able to, at a glance, know what time it was, compare what we're doing for things. So,
all right, my bag.
Yes, it's cute.
It's so heavy.
Oh, I like that. That's
it's cute. It's adorable.
And it matches your shirt.
Yeah, well, I wear a lot of green. Are you bringing yours up at the same time?
Well,
or am I going to unpack mine?
Yeah.
All right, so mine, this was a gift, anniversary gift. And I mentioned a few things on the podcast about it. It's got the light that is quite bright. A whistle that I'm not going to blow. It is extremely loud.
Yeah.
The pin that also has a windshield, well, a window breaker on it, and that can also be a weapon.
Yeah. Against certain people.
Demonstrate? No? All right.
You do whatever you feel comfortable with.
Yeah, right. And then the backup battery.
Yeah.
So this will
put
charge.
it right on the table.
Fine. This will charge, I think, 2 iPads or 4 iPhones.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. 2 tablets.
or 2 phones.
Or 2 smartphones entirely. So, all unpacked. We mentioned some of these things on the podcast. The only thing that I've added to it since was a paracord. It's the 550.
Oh, so it's the 5.
Yeah, it's the actual paracord. It's 50 feet of that.
Can't use it for
compact.
climbing, but it's still.
Yeah, it'll be used for
Yeah.
much of anything, and it fits well in that. So you had mentioned in the podcast about
that's cool.
buying stuff that'll fit.
Yeah, into the bag.
Yeah,
and this is cool. You can tease out the core threads for fishing lines, sewing threads, and more.
that's exactly why I bought it.
Well, that's what I figured.
To tease out the
Core
lines. That's exactly why I bought it. This is not a garrote wire. This is the wire saw. So this is something that you can.
Let's open it.
You may open it. That's something you can wrap around a tree limb, and
I can't open plastic bags.
So there you go. So you just wrap it around a tree branch.
You just wrap it around something,
and you pull it back and forth. Well, you don't. Yeah, it's not a head.
Oh, that's right. You said it's not a garrote wire.
So you just rotate it back and forth, and it'll cut through. And it's not sharp.
No, it's
but
not.
You can feel that if
you could tell that if you did it fast
yeah.
enough, it would hurt.
It's I forget what they call that edge. So I've also got these, which you bought.
Yeah.
And I said I had to buy 6 of them. I bought 1 so far. I will buy the rest for the
others are for
family's
the
bags.
The go bags, right?
Our go bags. But it's the those waterproof matches. They're waterproof and apparently dirt proof.
Yeah.
And a waterproof all-weather notebook, it says. So the pages are kind of plastic, I guess, but you can write on it, and even if it's wet and it won't wash away. I wrote Suburban Outdoorsman.
Nice.
Of course I did. And so with a pen, I need to try with a pencil. I meant to do that and I forgot. So that goes in there.
Is there one in?
The Mylar blanket, the emergency blanket.
Yep.
That we discussed feels like tissue paper, but it's effective. The light that we also talked about how big bright that was.
And that one has the adjustable.
Yeah, this one's the adjustable. So it'll go, I don't know if this will show up on camera, but it'll go from, it's got the SOS thing. So it's got a wide function and a zoom function. The nice gold compass that makes me feel like a pirate.
And it glows in the dark.
And it glows in the dark. Lighter. Matchbook from Papados, because you never know when you need some Mexican food on the go.
Yeah.
And then the multi-tool card.
That's cool.
So this one's pretty neat. It's got a saw on it. You could cut something very tiny with that. And then a few other things like a bottle opener. There's a this will hold it. I mean, you can
the wrench, sockets.
Well, I guess it's a wrench. So yeah, you can put that on a nut and screw it, and then whatever that directional thing was. I haven't quite figured that out
I'm
yet.
not sure what that's supposed to be for.
And then this, thanks to Escape to Blue Ridge, I added to it a little bit, but it's my medical pouch. It's got a triple antibiotic ointment, Band-Aids, some other things in there, just some basic stuff for first aid.
Yeah.
So, it's
so as long as you've got your bag, you've got areas that are going to cover your electronic stuff. You can take notes. You've got your first aid kit. You got lighter, matches.
And we have a show.
Cool.
Yeah. So otherwise, everything else is pretty self-explanatory about what you'd need it for.
What else? Is there anything else you have not yet added that you want to add to it?
There was, and I forgot.
A wallet?
Wallet would be nice.
But then, you also have your go bags.
Yeah,
so you've got this is your everyday carry, and then you've got a bigger go bag, which we're going to get into in a separate episode.
The whole family has a go bag. So if there's a situation where we all need to bug out, we can all just grab a go bag, and we've got much more than this, plus these items
in that
go bag.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll talk about that when we get to that subject.
I don't have one of those. I'm still working on it. Yeah. I got a mini one, kind of a little bit that I've started working on, but it's not complete. And I don't have one for everybody.
Yeah.
So that's why I've put a little bit more into my.
All right.
If you want to pack your stuff back up.
All right.
or move it out of the way, whatever you want to do. So this is my bag.
Just give me a minute.
Well, while Sean's packing his stuff up, mine is a little bit bigger. And his is designed to fit on a belt pouch. Mine is more of an over-the-shoulder, like a little sling bag. I've got a little bit more involved in here. Again, I don't have a go bag or a bug out bag, so I've put a little extra stuff in this to have. I do like the fact that it's got the MOLLE strips that you can add other attachments to this. I don't have anything really to add to that at the moment right now, but I also do like the little cord on all of the zippers, which gives you a little bit of extra cord or rope if you need that for something, including using it as a little bit of kindling to help start a fire. But it's got the MOLLE on the side, the front, and the other side. Little pouch in the back will show what's in there. And I like the Velcro on the front. You can also strap some stuff on there. And with this, you can add a Velcro there and then cinch it up to tighten it and keep it on there.
You were saying those straps are also...
They're flammable, so you can use them for kindling.
Can you test that out?
I haven't yet, but we should at some point. Alright, so let's take out what I've got in mine. Alright. So, if we look at this stuff that would be more used on a regular basis. I've got a first aid kit. I like this one. It's a little hard pouch, but it's got similar stuff to what yours had in it.
Yeah.
But you can see how it's kind of netted in there. Pretty cool. It's got triple antibiotic ointment, hand sanitizer, gauze pads, things like that. So I did add, and you know what? I wonder if these will fit in here. I added some nitro gloves because you never know who's allergic to latex. So I didn't want latex gloves.
I don't ever buy latex gloves.
So I got the nitro gloves. And hey, check that out. So first aid kit with gloves in there. And again, another item I added with my first aid kit, which will not fit in here, is sutures. I don't imagine there's really going to be a lot of situations where we're going to need to do an emergency suture. But you never know. What if we're out in the woods and we've got our knives, they're sharpened, and something happens where you slip and slice
and instead of going to urgent care, I could just have you stitch me up.
If we're back in the back 40 and you're like bleeding out real bad, and what if I just need to suture you up real quick, you know? You never know. Fine. I forgot to include my other everyday carry item.
That wasn't here last time.
Yeah, it was.
I haven't seen it
I just
yet.
didn't take it off.
Oh.
Because we were doing a podcast and nobody could see it anyway. So this is...
I could have seen it.
This is a dog tag that has built into it. Hopefully you can see that well on there on the camera. If not, I'll just take a picture of it and throw it up in the corner there. But it has a handcuff key and a shim for lockpick. And a little tiny saw edge thing on.
Are those, man? It's pretty good.
Yeah. And then I'm not going to open this, take it out all the way. This was a standalone everyday carry kit. It's a tin container. Like they mentioned and on the back, it's got the contents of everything that's in there. I'm going to open up just to show. It's kind of packed full a little bit. It does have the saw, like yours did.
Yeah.
I like yours a little bit better.
Well, yours has those grips.
This has the grip handles, but when I opened this, like when I was messing with this one, I just like the feel of yours better. Yours was more upgraded than mine. It's got some fishing stuff in there, some other random things. It's got a little bit of... It's not paracord, it's just rope. But this actually has a... I forget what they called it, but it's a fire starting cord in the middle of there. It's
and I like the
a
fishing.
fuse.
I think that is something that I wanted to add to mine, was a small fishing
kit. Oh yeah, small fishing kit. That was part of why I bought this one too, was that there's a lot of other everyday carry stuff that had the first aid stuff and the compasses and all that, but this was one of the only ones I had that I liked that had the fishing kit in there.
That's neat.
What did they call it? They had, let's see if I can find it real quick, and I can't. Yes, 500. It's fire cord, 7-strand, 550-pound wax tinder cord for fire starting.
Okay.
In the video, it showed it kind of like burning like a fuse almost.
That's neat.
They've got a Ranger band on there to keep it closed, and there's another Ranger band that's inside. It's like a very strong rubber band, but it's also highly flammable, so it's great for wrapping around kindling and stuff and then using to get a fire started. Another fun item that I added to my everyday carry,
because you never know,
is a lockpicking kit. Now, this has all kinds of different tools and heads and stuff in there to go on the thing,
which you are not yet versed enough to use.
To use all of those, no. I know how to use some of it. Like, I know what this is for, and that other piece I just had. I can I can jimmy some small basic locks, but I'm not able to yet do a
I can
tumbler lock.
kick down a door.
Yeah.
So if you can't get in with that, I can kick
Then you
it
can
down.
just kick it down. I've got the waterproof notebook and the tactical pen. I wrote test on mine. I didn't think to write Suburban Outdoorsman. I really like this pen.
About the brand.
Yeah. Well, it's got a pen on it. I don't know if Sean showed that on his.
Oh yeah, mine also has a pen.
It's this one has it's a rubber tip, so you can use with your tablet if you need to as a stylus.
Okay.
Or with your phone.
Because if you're lost in the woods, it's important to have a stylus rather than use your finger.
Yeah, because you don't want to get your tablet dirty.
Yeah. Makes all the sense
Where
in the
is
world.
the other part? My favorite part of this tactical pen.
Oh, the little itty-bitty knife.
Yeah. And it has a knife blade on it. Because again, you can never have
too many
knives. I've got the matches like Sean's got, the waterproof matches. I'm not going to bother opening those since he did. I have 2 flashlights. This one is I forget how many lumens, but it's a lot. Same thing as you showed on yours. It's got where you can do the small or the wide. It's got the strobe light. It's also got the SOS function on it. This does not. This is neither does not strobe, does not SOS.
It lights though.
But it's a small light.
Yeah.
And it's not adjustable. But it's a small light. I like the little clip that it's got on there.
Yeah, I like that a lot too. I had one that did that, and I used it plenty.
Yeah.
It's somewhere.
And again, it's the benefit I like about this one is if you're doing something that you need.
Does that serve as a lantern?
I don't know. Maybe, I guess.
I think that's what that is.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I assumed it was just to protect the glass.
Because if you bring it up a little bit, the whole thing kind of lights up.
Hey, check that out.
So now it's like a lantern.
Check that out. Look how smart you are.
And it's insanely bright. I'm getting blind looking at it.
Holy crap, it is bright. It's like hurting my eyes. Anyway, the other thing I liked about this one, which is why I have it, is because that's a big, heavy flashlight. And if I'm trying to do something, I'm okay with putting this in my mouth and trying to hold it. That's kind of
glow
big.
in the dark.
Nice.
You can shut all the lights out in here if you'd like. And
I would, but the problem is I'd have to get up. I don't want to walk across the office. So this is the toolkit that goes along with the multi-tool.
And it looks magnetic.
It is. Not strong enough, apparently. But you could magnetize it to something else.
I was certain I put my watch on silent.
Apparently neither one of us did
Jesus.
our stuff today properly. Anyway, but it's got a bunch of different bits. Like, what's really cool is, check this out. So it's got the really tiny bits in there. So I think how I was showing earlier that my knife was not
knife on me, that I would use that
as tight as it should have been. Hear that little clicking sound?
Yeah.
I over tightened it. So now I'm just going to click that little switch and ratchet it the other way a little bit.
I'm happy to be part of this.
And look, it's not wobbling anymore. Now, I showed that I had the straight blade or the fixed blade knife that I will carry on my person. This one I keep in the bag. It's also a fixed blade. Ooh, and I almost just sliced my thumb on that when I pulled that out of there. This is a little Schrade knife.
Twice now.
It is also a full tang. Very small, but it's got a decent weight to it. You could definitely use this for feather stick.
Yeah.
You can use this. It's maybe not a big blade, but it's heavy enough and durable enough that I could still use it as the baton. You know, with another stick or something that uses the baton to split firewood and stuff like that. So that's the reason I carry that in my everyday carry. Plus, it's another knife. Got a compass. It is not as piratey as Sean's. It's got extra features on there. I don't know exactly how to use yet or what they're for, but I know we talked about it in the podcast.
Don't say that word.
For setting the azimuth.
Don't say
validating azimuths. But I'm not sure exactly how to use it, so I'll figure that out at some point. I would like to do an episode about learning to navigate. With just a compass and a map.
Yeah. I think that's on the list.
And I got a spare paracord bracelet. That way, if I ever have to use mine, I've got a backup, or if I need something, I don't want to use that one. And then again, this is the battery backup. This is a bit big.
And it looks like it'll jumpstart your car.
Probably would. But again, because I've got the size bag that I've got, this fits really neat into that back pocket. And I believe it's supposed to do like 12 full charges on a phone or something like that. Some ridiculous amount. We bought it as a family one because it's got the 3 ports where you can plug into.
Yeah.
Bought it as a family one where the boys could all plug into their tablets at one time if we needed to. But again, I keep it in the bag when we're not using it. So, this should give me a pretty decent... Oh, well, I forgot. We did talk about it a little bit. I need to singe... You think it's going to smell in here if I singe this in here?
I don't care.
We'll go into it. This is not paracord.
Yeah.
And then I'll be 100% honest with you. I know paracord is parachute cord. That's what para is short for. I don't know the difference between what is paracord versus...
Probably not much as far as the versatility.
Yeah, I don't know for sure.
The specific use of it, I'm sure there's paracord for parachutes, and then...
Yeah. I don't know if it's supposed to have a better, pound...
The 550 weight is what they have listed for the paracord.
Well,
but like you saw, or you mentioned the other one you've got, it's...
Yeah, that's a 550 also.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure when I bought this was also 550.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I don't know the difference, but I can't tell you how many times there's been situations where we needed some rope for something, and not like just a little piece of twine, like some actual rope. Again, not as a life-saving device, but just something to use. And I don't remember if I talked about this in our camping video or not. I don't think I did get into that. But one of the benefits of having that with me is I did cut some of it off to use with the bait bucket. And then I also used the rest of it and strung it double between a couple trees to hang the wet clothes after the kids went swimming. So again, a use that in the camping situation, I wouldn't have remembered to have brought other rope with me, but I had it in my bag and I needed it for the clothesline. So again, everyday carry doesn't necessarily mean it has to be something that's for some sort of a catastrophic emergency.
Yeah, it's not always survival. It's just it's a use.
Yeah. Let us know what you think of what we've got in our kits. What do you have in yours? Do you have an everyday carry kit? What do you have in yours? If you don't, what kind of items are you thinking that maybe you should put in there?
Is there something in here that you thought was, wow, what a great idea? I hadn't thought about that.
Extra knives.
Extra knives.
Cords.
Crying out loud.
Because actually, I almost didn't have that in there. I had, before I was going to do the podcast, I had the charger in there. And then I realized, wait a minute, I don't have any cords. What good is this going to do me if I don't have any cords? But like you said, again, the thing to keep in mind, this is not you're in the middle of an apocalypse or you're necessarily out in the woods for 6 days with nothing to do. This is an everyday carry to survive this stuff. So your situation, like you mentioned on the podcast, I think, you don't have the cords in your bag, but you've at least got the battery backup. You've got chargers in your car.
Yeah.
So if you're out away from the house where you're not going to have a cord, you could always go grab the cord out of your car.
Yeah.
So anyway, appreciate watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you do, as always, please like and subscribe on the video there and hit the little bell icon so you get alerted the next time we put videos up.
Yeah.
Check us out on other social medias, Facebook, Instagram. Look for the podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts.
We are busy on Facebook, so I'd love to see you there.
I've got links to all the social medias in the video below. And the other thing we ask is, again, if you had any benefit from this, you felt any informational value that was useful or any entertainment value to it, please share it with your friends. Tell them about it. Send them over to come see us. We'd greatly appreciate it.
And if you're watching the shortened version of it,
come watch this full version.
Come watch the full version too. There might be something that you're missing.
Yeah, if you have the time, sit down, go through all the details, and you'll understand the entertainment value of that comment I made as well. So, appreciate it, guys. Look forward to seeing you next time.